All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to, an Orc versus Night Elf matchup here between Hitman versus Sonic. Apparently, I should be, metaphysics has been wanting me to cast Orc versus Night Elf, or there just seems to be a lot of good Orc versus Night Elf casters. You are a full-time streamer? No, Haimida, I am not a full-time streamer. I get to do this about 1 hour every weekday before my children wake up, take them to school, doctor's appointments, and then do my daily work. So this is my this is my hobby that I very much enjoy. But thank you for even asking. That kind of hopefully you didn't mean that sarcastically and be like, if this is your full-time job, you should get a new job. No, hopefully you didn't mean that, and hopefully you said, if this is your full-time job, you're really good. Hopefully that's what you meant. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down into this game here. Sonic spawning as the yellow night elf on the bottom left-hand side of the map. 15 years ago, Happy Clouds. I don't even think I was casting 15 years ago, uh, unless you just happen to play against me in Warcraft 3, back when I was still active on ladder. In that case, thank you. But yeah, I started casting in 2009, so 12 years ago, or 2008. Yeah, 2008, 2009 is when I started casting. You're in a tournament or something? Well, um, did I play? I did play in some local tournaments in San Diego, but it never really went anywhere. More just like, started supporting people. And remember, this was back in the day. At the start of Warcraft 3, there wasn't YouTube, right? Like, you got to remember, YouTube was an invention after Warcraft 3, and there was no casting. I remember watching Jay-Z and Bunny both do casting out of Indonesia for World Cyber Games in 2006 or 7. But yeah, that is a long time ago. WC replays. Yeah, like I remember considering whether or not I should try and do those audio casts that were on WC replays, where you would find a really good replay, and then you would just record pure audio, and you would have it sync up with someone who was watching the replay. So you'd be like, okay, let's get to the 2-minute mark. Okay, 3, 2, 1, unpause. Oh, I watched Hex. Oh, you watched Hex back there. Well, anyways, let's get back into the game. You guys are going to make me cry with all these trips down memory lane. All right, Blade Master already out onto the battlefield here. Tech to tier 2 has already begun. This was a single orc burrow tech, so a faster tech to tier 2, and it looks as though the Shadow Hunter will be that follow-up hero. Blade Master already out and about. Blade Master here is actually very close to level 2, so may be able to get to critical strike if it's able to take down another creep camp somewhere else on the map. I remember before YouTube was acquired by Google. Oh yeah, I remember that too. I remember people telling me that Google buying YouTube was an absolute waste of time, because they're just going to be monitoring and trying to make sure that there's not all of this, copyrighted material being uploaded to YouTube. I remember having a kitchen timer tell me when I hit 10 seconds, so I had to stop my cast while I was uploading. Anyways, Grunt's now trying to fight back here. There goes that peon, Keeper of the Grove, now sitting at level 2, and that was a very important level 2. Before YouTube is YouTube, now YouTube is my You mean 10 minutes. All right. Keeper of the Grove continuing to push back here as well. And more Treants going to go ahead and engage in the fight. There is an Entangle now onto the ground. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Blade Master trying to clean up some of these Moonwells, but there is a fair number of archers here. This is not a good spot for a Hitman to be in. He is going to try and take down an archer, but all that is really doing is, clearing out these Moonwells. Blade Master could try and, wind walk and try and get away. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove is sitting at level 2, has double circlets of nobility, as the Blade Master Master may be able to force another cancellation here. Blade Master doing an absolute great job. Perhaps going to use a healing salve and wind walk now in order to get away. Blade Master was down to about 40 hit points. I can't imagine, well, I actually can, in fact, imagine Blade Master. Oh, he should not have engaged right next to that Tree of Ages, going after that Wisp right there. Are we going to see another Healing Salve Windwalk? And this is one of the things that Hitman is known for. Hitman is known for playing a very aggressive Blade Master style. It is absolutely annoying, and it can actually throw you on tilt a bit, as the Blade Master seemingly always gets away like sub 50 hit points. And it's also that mental aspect of that game. Hitman has just almost perfected this style of a high risk, high reward play, as the Blade Master now going to try and engage here against all of these units, not taking any damage. All right, Boulder to the head of the Shadow Hunter. Double Serpent Wards now down, adding in a bit more damage as well. Blade Master not taking any damage. Rock Golem will get finished off here, as the Blade Master is sitting at level 2, and I'm surprised that the Blade Master is actually sticking around. I would have thought that the Blade Master would have backed away to allow for the Shadow Hunter to get to level 2 here, but that's just not happening. Back over here to the top left, Keeper of the Grove trying to make sure, keeping track of Hitman not teching or not trying to set up an expansion, in fact teching to tier 3. Hitman 100% top 3 orcs, or even top 2. I don't know. There's some I would say top orc in the western scene, but I don't know if I would say top 2. Oh, Serpent Ward trap. Here, Ogre Lord gonna get trapped right there. Blade Master now absorbing quite a bit of damage. Ogre Lord will get taken out. I still remember when you cast the games with your baby daughter. Well, that was yesterday, or that was like 2 days ago. I have a 16-month, I guess 16-month-old. Yeah, 16-month-old as well. All right, Goblin Shredder able to get in some damage here, and oh, good use of the line of sight by Hitman, purposely turning the corner, forcing the Keeper of the Grove to come in, and then allowing the Goblin Shredder to actually get in a bit of damage on these units. Meanwhile, back around, my first baby, I guess. All right, yeah. Well, I have 3 daughters now, as we're looking at the Blade Master going after the Ogre Magi. Yeah, that baby daughter that you speak of is now 10 years old, and she occasionally just stands behind me as well. Grubby's your favorite orc, LPS. Grubby is just a very entertaining, very nice guy as well. And you know, Grubby versus Hitman, probably 2 very different styles of play. Grubby is also turned into much more of an entertainer and a streamer as opposed to a professional player. So he tries out different strategies. He's not min-maxing Orc as much. And well, trying to min-max Orc or any race, it can be a bit boring. The only player, the exception to the rule, is perhaps Infi, where Infi, well, he comes up with crazy strategies constantly and is able to do some weird and interesting things. Oh, look at this. We are looking at level 2 mirror image coming in from Hitman, and over critical strike. That is a bit of a head fake, as normally at level 3 you wouldn't when you see 2 mirror images, you think one of them is real and one of them is fake. So by going for mirror image at level 2, mirror image at level 3, very rarely do players forego critical strike, but Hitman here actually looking at his items and going, you know what, I don't have that many agility items. It's not like I have claws of attack plus 12. Critical strikes aren't going to make that big of a difference for me. Having an additional target for lightning shield, or being able to easily escape with my Blade Master, since he tries to do so much, may be the better call. Interesting third hero coming in from Hitman, and this does round out the orc army here, as the Goblin Tinker is an absolute beast at dealing damage to buildings. that's often one of the things that, well, that's more of a undead thing actually. Raiders should be traded and trained up, as raiders are normally efficient enough to take down buildings. Meanwhile, coming back down across here, Goblin Tinker as well coming in from Sonic. Here comes the engagement as the Voodoo Lounge is going to get taken out. Are any additional items going to be purchased? No, but Hitman does in fact already have a replenishment potion to try and place down more Serpent Wards. Serpent Wards are the level 2 variety. Pocket Factory will get finished off. Yeah, Pocket Factory will get finished off right there. Clockwork Goblins, their new Voodoo Lounge will need to be replaced. And what is this? Sonic coming back the other side saying, oh, you're going to try to build your Voodoo Lounge again? Well, I'm going to go ahead and come back the other way once more. Mana Burn onto the Shadow Hunter. Beautifully done. Sonic was sitting at level 3 Demon Hunter already. Blade Master, well, up in the air from Druids of the Talon. And back in the day, well, over a year ago, when I was talking with Hitman, he had mentioned that how he doesn't like to play against dots. All right, Hitman losing his Goblin Tinker there. Blade Master still up in the air. Kodo Beast unable to really poke down or find any easy additional targets here, as the Demolisher is a great pickup to try and deal with those Druids of the Talon. 52 supply compared to 61. Voodoo Lounge trying to be rebuilt. But if this is a war of attrition that Sonic is trying to play, he's doing an absolute great job by removing one of the major problems with the Orc army, and that is their ability to heal units. Keep Demon Hunter. Once again, I mentioned this in the previous cast. Keeper of the Grove is at level 2. The second hero is actually at level 3, and this has become a much more common occurrence, where your first hero is only your, well, harassing hero, and your second hero is your main hero that you want to level up. Demon Hunter getting to level 3 had a big impact in that previous fight, as we saw level 2 Mana Burn go down on that Shadow Hunter, removing some precious mana. Tome of Agility +2 again. Blade Master now up to +15 damage. Perhaps Critical Strike will finally be worth it. Or is he going to go for level 2 Windwalk? All right, level 2 on the Goblin Tinker. Blade Master should be, well, now is at level 4. Going to go ahead and heal up. And this was a great idea by Hitman as well, to clear out to clear out the Fountain of Health, knowing that he needed a way to heal. Our Demolishers with Burning Oil, well, going to add in a little bit of damage, as well as those units are trying to retreat back. Tome of Agility +2, and that Blade Master, it doesn't have a lot of claws of attack, but surprisingly has a large amount of agility. 34 plus 34 agility at this stage in the game, a much higher than he would normally have, and may be able to put in more pressure as well. Peons are trying to repair. Orc Burrow's Blade Master, while getting Cyclone picked up into the air. Shamans with Herds to try and break free right there. No Lightning Shield being used, as the Blade Master having a difficult time. All right, there's that mirror image. And, well, with mirror image, that is a dangerous proposition, using mirror image, making it difficult to figure out which one is the real one. Being forced to Cyclone, Mana Burn, trying to figure out which one is real, as healing waves are still bouncing around. Well, there goes a Mana Burn onto the Shadow Hunter, as, well, things are going from bad to worse. Mirror image not working out nearly as well as the True Shot or on the Goblin Tinker, really providing bonus damage for all of the archers and those Druids of the Talon. Units trying to retreat back there, as the Demolishers are getting destroyed. 45 supply compared to 54. Staff of Preservation saves the unit there, as the units are still continuing to battle their way through. Damage adding up. Sonic actually taking quite a bit of damage here, down to 41 supply, as the Blade Master not giving chase. Mirror image, level 2 mirror image, doing exceptionally well, and Hitman perhaps not wanting to really deal with Cyclone, says, you know what, I'm just gonna make it harder for you to Cyclone. If you remember, Cyclone does take a large amount of mana, and if by using the Blade Master, by using mirror image, you can lightning shield those mirror images to deal damage, and make it difficult for your opponent to spot which one is the real Blade Master. So level 2 mirror image, level 1 windwalk. This is the first time I've seen anything like this, as we are looking at demolishers with peons and even a goblin shredder in this next fight. Sonic looking to take the center expansion and has done so. And this may be a miscalculation for Hitman. If Hitman does not realize that Sonic has taken the center expansion, if he doesn't move out quickly, he's going to quickly find himself behind by about 2,000 to 3,000 gold. That adds up extremely fast. And if you are not aware, well, he is aware now. And what is Hitman's strategy going to be? 3 demolishers plus 16 damage from those Kodo beast. Grunts are here as well. Burning Oils, a Tinker Third. This is just a strange game. Meta is constantly shifting, and this is actually what I wanted to see. Demolishers here, burning oil to try and deal with all of that backline damage there. You're seeing, well, the units just standing in place, and that's what you want to prevent, well, the Night Elf from doing. That entire back line from just being able to easily attack there. However, the demolishers should be trying to attack the ground, and you can see some damage actually going onto the front line. They should really be going onto those Druids of the Talon, and you can see that giant splat there, how much damage adds up. More mana burn onto the Shadow Hunter. Kodo Beast trying to retreat back. There's a healing wave right there. Demolishers taking quite a bit of damage as the Druids of the Talon do deal magic damage and are able to add that damage back up. Level 2 Goblin Tinker has fallen for Sonic as the Demon Hunter now going after the Demolisher as well. Another Demolisher now taken down. 54 supply compared to 53, and Sonic seems to have really rebounded with that economic advantage, being able to train up more units. Scroll speed, not enough. Keeper of the Grove says, you know what? I am not retreating because I'm losing. I am retreating because of a tactical retreat here. Simply too many Serpent Wards. No Kodo Beasts, no Demolishers left. A new Demolisher needs to be retrained, as this Tree of Life is going to have an easy time there. It looks as though Shadow Hunter did use a potion of mana. Serpent Wards are being thrown down. Kodo Beast is here. A Druid of the Talon is slowly being eaten, as we're looking at the Serpent Wards starting to poke back here. Serpent Wards are only the level 2 variety, as we're looking at them trying to finish off some of those units as well. Goblin Tinker back in that frontline spot. Kodo Beast going to be nearly done digesting that. A Druid of the Talon. They are a rather easy meal to eat, as the Serpent Ward's getting taken down. All right, 50 supply compared to 47. One Demolisher could be all the necessary difference. So many low hit point Druids of the Talon. They're joining back in on the fight. Demon Hunter has fallen. Level 5 now on the Blade Master. And Hitman wins the war of attrition against Sonic here on Concealed Hill. A great matchup going back and forth, and Hitman bringing to the table burning oil with demolishers to force the Druids of the Talon to be, and the archers to be on the move. I guess Hitman, because he didn't play, like, Hitman is rather new to the scene of Warcraft 3. When I say new, I mean he wasn't playing in 2011. He's new to the scene, so he didn't have the years and years of practice to try and deal with mass Druids of the Talon, and therefore he didn't rely back on that the old ways of playing. Because of that, he found mirror image level 2 tech on the Blade Master at level 3, and also used burning oil on demolishers, using that superior range, forcing the Druids of the Talon to constantly move. That was absolutely a new way to see the game, and I wonder if it will shake up the meta even more. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something. Please stick around.